Hello there, this is CANWAN Kenan from Kenan Place, and today we're going to play part 47 of No One, Absolutely No One But China. Alright, let's load the data and listen to our story. Load the data. Alright, you see, the boy was left all alone in a cold cottage with no trace of anyone else. The boy grew really attached to the other three that he met in that cottage. They were the only people he knew in that vast empty world. But with a blink of an eye, they all disappeared. A blink of an eye. The boy was really sad. He was devastated and didn't know how to cope with this feeling. He started blaming himself for their absence, saying that if it wasn't for him, they could have still been living happily in that cozy cottage right now. That's why he decided to continue his journey, his empty, endless journey, all on his own. Oh, that's sad. Even if he saw a sign of a living being, he would just avoid it. What, he would avoid a living being? That's quite sad, right? He thought to himself, if I don't meet new people, then I will never get hurt again. That's a very, very self-consuming thought. And with that, he just kept walking endlessly alone. Why did China feel like telling me the end of the story right now? Is it supposed to mean something? Yes, it is, Heidi. Keep questioning and you'll find out. Did China decide to read this story with me because she likes it, or is there some other reason? Yes, there is. I mean, what is the moral of the story? Is it implying being alone is a good thing? To distance yourself from others? To not meet new people because you're afraid to get attached to them, then lose them? The boy at the end wasn't happy. I just don't get it. China. I took a step forward, reached out, but as my hand neared China, I once again realized how clueless I was. Really? What am I supposed to do in this situation? I pat her on the shoulder. Would that look too distant? On the head? No, that would be too belittling. If you touched her, you just expose her. Then, would I dare hug her? Or would that just upset China even more? I continued to internally debate the best course of action, wasting every moment until China broke the silence. I'm really sorry, Heidi, I have to go. On that garbled note, China rushed off. China rose to her feet so quickly that she almost knocked the chair over, then raced out of the room like a whirlwind. Man, with agility like that, she should have think about joining the track team or join the ninja empire. I joked with myself in an attempt to ignore China's desperation need to distance herself from me, but as I looked at my still outstretched arm and my trembling fingers, I knew it wouldn't be that easy. Unless useless. I'm so useless. I was standing right there between China and the door, yet I couldn't stop her. She'll pass right through you. It does seem a little strange though. When China scrambled her feet, my fingers should have brushed her shoulders, or at least her long black hair. And yet, for some reason, I didn't feel a thing. You know what, Heidi? You should realize by now I shook my head, trying to remove the scene from my mind. No, that's just silly. I must be imagining the things because I'm stressed out. Looking for something to take my mind off my distress, I spotted something out of the corner of my eyes. Do not touch. Do not touch. This is what he spotted. Just as I prepared to leave, an item sitting on the tabletop drew my attention. It was the book China had been reading. Curious, I approached the book and picked it up. And so it's Natsume Sokeki Kokoro. I studied this book before, back in my old school. Trust China to read Japanese classic for fun. I don't remember what happened in the book very well, but I do remember it didn't have a happy ending. In fact, if I recall correctly, didn't the book end when the main character committed suicide? I frowned at the thought. Given China's gloomy disposition, this book seemed perfectly suited to her. No, it's not! If you're feeling emo, you should read a happy book, you know? Emotional, I mean. I should Hope it doesn't give her any ideas. It should. Yes, better check on her on the roof before she jumps down and float away because she's carried by the wind. Tuesday, 19 August. Good morning, Aiki. How are you on this fine day? Beautiful morning? Mac's voice, always several decibels higher than it should be, bored through my skull like a dentist's drill. Nyang. The split second I left my house to go to school, there was Mac waiting on my doorstep like an abandoned puppy. Well, she lost a puppy ear already. Usually there's some puppy ears right here, you know. As considerate as it is for Mac to wait for me, I can't agree with her summation. Fine, beautiful morning, screw that. All I want to do right now is crawl upstairs and curl in my bed. Though I guess it's a little too late for that. Besides, I did say Mac could walk with me to school this morning, and I don't want to go back on my word. I'm just a little tired. I'll survive. You're right. You do look sleepy. The bags under your eyes are huge. Thank you for pointing that out, Mac. No problem. Is she making fun of me, or did Mac really miss that sarcasm there? She missed it. Anyway, let's go. It'd be bad if the class rep herself was late to school, or the student council president. Without waiting for my input, Mac grabbed my hand and dragged me along behind her. I tried to resist, but in the face of Mac's unusual high spirits, I knew there was no point. Geez, what's got into Mac? She's always energetic, but today she seems to be in a better mood than usual. As I stared at our joint hand, another thought came to mind. Come to think of it, although I liken Mac to a puppy and call her Hachiko, right now she's the one leading me around. Maybe this is a punishment for my wicked thoughts. I sighed internally, aware of the futility of resistance. Oh well, where's the harm? Even if seeing us like this gives people the wrong idea, I don't think anybody would really care. Besides, the streets are relatively deserted, so it's not like, oh, Heidi, are you going to school with your girlfriend? The mom? Maybe I spoke too soon. A woman from my neighborhood greeted us as she stood proudly in her garden. She smiled happily at the two of us, showing no ill intention whatsoever. In turn, Mac waved enthusiastically, waving a smile so bright it could put a woman's sunflower to shame. Well, that description is great. That's right, I'm Mac. I'm Heidi's girlfriend. What? That's too much. Really? How nice. Okay, this has gone too far. Oh! Mac whimpered as her free hand to nurse the top, using her free hands to nurse the top of her head. What was that for? Why did you hit me? Because you are giving the people the wrong idea. If you say things like that, the neighbors will start gossiping. Oh, so you're not going out after that? No, we are not. Mac was just teasing you, eh? Mac frowned as she puffed her cheek out. But Heidi, I'm a girl and I'm your friend. Well, that's true enough. So that means I'm your girlfriend, right? Hehe. Sighing, what kind of elementary school reasoning is this? We're not 6 years old anymore. Well, I think she has great manipulation skills. A line like that might work when delivered by a childhood friend, but I've known Mac only for a couple of months. It means that you're a female friend, not my girlfriend. There's a big difference, huge difference. If you say so. Mac continued to pout. Oh well, we can't keep standing around here, or we'll really be late. Bye-bye, miss. Goodbye, it was nice to meet you, Mac-chan. Yes, you too. And don't worry, we'll be neighbors before you know it. Nope, not touching that one. Mac. Feels like he uses so much energy to spend time with her. Mac walked along ahead of me, no longer holding my hand. Even so, she continued smiling, humming a tune under her breath. Even though I find Mac's boundless enthusiasm a bit exhausting, I have to admit it's rather impressive. She spoke to a complete stranger so easily and even seemed to get along with her despite exchanging only a handful of words. Although, Mac, you spend a lot of time with your grandparents? Oh, yeah, I do. I love them a lot. And do they give you big allowance every New Year? Of course. They say I'm their darling little Gumi-chan, hehe. I knew it. Mac's just popular with old people. They must have all been deceived by her bright smile and innocent charm. Meg soon resumed humming, having already moved past the scene from moments ago. Seriously, Meg, you must be the polar opposite of China. China is quiet, reserved, polite to the point of awkwardness, content to read in silence for hours on end. Meg, on the other hand, is fun, outgoing, easy to approach, friendly, boisterous, beyond compare. Really, I can't understand how can I get so well with the two complete opposites like this. Although right now I guess it would be a stretch to say China and I get along, true? Well, at least when I'm with Meg, I don't have to worry about the stuff. If nothing else, her company should help distract me from more depressing thoughts. In exchange for creepy encounters like this in the morning, that is. Hey Ike. Meg suddenly stopped humming and turned to face me, her voice more serious than before. She seemed unusually reserved as she spoke. What is it? I was just thinking, you've been acting a little strange lately. Strange? What do you mean? Like, distant, I suppose. You never want to go out during the summer holiday and you didn't want to eat with me at school yesterday either. I told you, that was because I got sunstroke. Meg looked me up and down, placing a hand on my chin as though she was some kind of detective. All she's missing now is the pipe and a deerstalker hat. Maybe. You look alright now though. Although Meg extends most of the time, sometimes I wonder how much of it is an act. Her common sense only seems to kick in when it's to her benefit. Incidentally, it fades when I need it most. I feel better today. I make sure to have a cold shower at night. Well, I'm glad you feel better, but you know I saw you in a town a few weeks ago. You did? Yeah, I was going to say hi, but I just bought some ice cream from the convenience store and I didn't want it to melt. Meg didn't want her ice cream to melt. Besides, you look kind of serious, so I thought you wanted to be alone. You were standing by the bridge, looking over the water, talking to yourself. So Meg saw me when I was waiting for China. That must have been during the last couple of miserable weeks of summer holiday when I waited by the bridge for hours on end. I don't really want to think about that now. It's depressing. There was something funny about you, Heidi. I was kind of worried. Funny? Yeah, I mean, you were standing there all alone and yet you were speaking to someone. Yo guys, oh my gosh, real have just have to come in at a time like this when Meg is gonna tell Heidi the truth about China, you know. Hi guys, walking to school like a pair of lovebirds, I see. I heard a dull tug and felt a weight pressed against my back. I blinked, momentarily winded and turned around, searching for my assailant. It's real. Attached to my back was Real, acting as inappropriately clingy as ever. Yo, go yo yourself, man. You could have broken my spine. Yeah, well, I could have, but I didn't, so it's fine. Hey, what's the big deal? I was trying to have a serious conversation. You? Serious? That's a good one, Meg. Ha ha ha. Don't be like that. I know I don't look very smart, but I can be serious sometimes. I might have pink hair. Well, pink hair is very, very rare in the world. But that doesn't mean I'm an idiot. No, idiot means usually you're blonde. Well, it's just a saying, you know. Some blonde people are brilliant, right? Hey, calm down. I'm sorry if I interrupt anything, Meg. I just wanted to talk to Heidi about a new Schoolgirls vs. Zombie game again. Well, I suppose that's fine. Meg signed, unable to defend against Real enthusiasm. Although she didn't say anything else, I got the sense that she was disappointed. Just what was she going to ask me, I wonder. I guess I never find out now. She was going to ask you, Eve, why are you talking alone to yourself at the bridge? Alright, June. Wasn't it August just now and it was June again? The timing and the date is pretty weird. You know guys, you know what developers? June is before August, you know. Time slowly passed me by and I still saw no sign of China. I stopped by the literature club and only to find it locked and visit a bridge daily, yet never managed to see her. After 1 week passed by, a rather gloomy thought began to sprout inside my brain. Has China stopped going to school altogether just to avoid me? If so, she must really hate me or must really love you. It would make sense, depressing as it may be, and yet I can't bring myself to believe it. If China hated me, why did she allow me to grow so close to her? You know what? Haiti is such a fool. He should have found out by now. By now, he should have found out. Most people have found out by now. I think he's the last person on earth to find out. Why didn't she talk to me? Why did she talk to me so often? And why did she look so upset the last time I talked to her? Something isn't right here. It's not adding up. Well, at least you realize that. Unfortunately, since China hadn't told me about her circumstances, I don't have all the information I needed. That's not true. You have already all the information you needed to find it out. It's only that you don't really want to realize it, you know. I could only tug through my daily life, running through the motions, forever troubling myself with increasing melodramatic what-if scenario. No, I can't keep going on like this. I can't keep waiting for China, hoping to catch a glimpse of her at school or in the club room or by the bridge in town. What if there's something seriously wrong with her? Maybe one of her parents just died or she contracted a deadly illness. If so, then I want to know. I said I was China's friend, so as a friend, it is my duty to stand by her side during these difficult times. Knowing China, she might not have anybody else to turn to. She might be alienating me out of fear of that her concerns will only trouble me, but that's wrong. Friendship needs to rely on each other. That's what friends are for. That's what friends are for. For good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. After my last class of the day ended, I found myself talking to my homeroom teacher. Excuse me, sensei. It's not Mr. Kasuna, right? Our homeroom teacher sighed as he heard my voice. I know I'm not the greatest student, but surely I didn't deserve that response. Yes, Naito-san. What is it? Well, I'm just wondering, do you know a student named Misaki? China-su Misaki? China-su Misaki? Sensei repeated my question in his typically low, drawn-out manner. I don't think I know a student of that name. Are you absolutely sure? Sensei nodded. This time it was my turn to sigh. Well, what was I expecting? Sensei doesn't know the name of all his students in his own class, let alone the student in other classes. Alright, Sensei, thank you for your time. Maybe you should ask Mac, Haiti. No problem. Have a good evening, Naito-san. And if you're looking for somebody, you should go to the staff room and ask there. The other teachers might know more. Got it. Thanks, Sensei. On that note, I walked out of class, trying to not to let my obvious disappointment show. If it was foolish of me to think I could find China so quickly, it would be easier if I knew which class China was in, so I could ask a homeroom teacher directly, but I don't. That is yet again an important detail I didn't know about China. Still, Sensei advice was sound. I guess a trip to staff room couldn't hurt. True, it wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't hurt at all. As optimistic as I was half an hour ago, my search proved to be in vain. Of the 5 teachers who were present in the staff room, none of them knew China Misaki. They never even heard of her. There were other Misaki and there were girls with similar names but no trace of China. This is really perplexing. I'll understand 1 or 2 teachers not knowing the name of a student, but 5? Heck, if we included my homeroom teacher, that would make 6. And not one of them has ever heard of her. Something isn't adding up here. No, you should realize by now, but I think he will realize sooner or later, according to this chain of thoughts. At least, as quiet as she is, I can't believe China would really go so unnoticed. As I began to think about giving up for the day, I heard footsteps approach from behind. Aiki-kun, are you still here? Anyway guys, we're about to reach the 20 minutes mark. I think it's a good place to stop because I think Mac is going to reveal to Haiti everything. That's what I think, alright? So, we will most probably see you in the next episode, alright? Thank you for watching part 46 of No, Absolutely No One. There seems to be no one here, China is not here either, alright? But, China, alright? I'll see you in the next part. Goodbye! Whoa. Did you get scared? Well, subscribe to my channel and I promise you'll never get scared again. Or watch more videos and you will be able to find your peace in life.